Hey guys, how's it going? So I got a message today and I've had quite a few people ask me this over the past few months and whatever about how to make this wireframe effect that is seen in some Counter-Strike movies and gaming videos. Now the specific example is this one here, and here's the comment here, and I said I'll do a tutorial for him, so yeah. This is in my Infusion 2 movie, and how everything is normal except for the gun, which is this bright glowing wireframe effect, and it's really simple to do. There's plenty of tutorials on it already, so I'm pretty sure a lot of you already know how to do it, but this is mainly for the people who have been asking me. So first off, you want to find a demo, and we'll just load up a random demo because it doesn't matter. Alright, so I've found this demo here, and it's of a pretty good Deagle 3.1Bs, and I won't be able to give you the demo because I will be using it in my movie I'm working on. And yeah, if you open up console in your movie config, at the very top when you load CS, it should have the controls here if it's a decent movie config. Every movie config I've ever used has had it, and in the HUD/removals you can see this toggle wireframe, which is the keys 8 and 9, and what this pretty much does, if you click 8 and 9, is one makes it full and one makes it the models only. So as you can see, the effect is pretty much already there, but if you want it to only flash for a second, I'll show you how to do this. You want to record the clip 2 times, once with the wireframe on and once with it completely off. So you want to start the recordings around the same time and finish them around the same time, but it doesn't need to be exact. So I'll quickly pause the recording while I do this, and I'll be back when it's done. Okay, so I've got them both recorded, and they'll just be in our C-Strike folder. Alright, so here we go. You can see I've recorded both of them, and it's really important that you use the audio with both of them, and you record them at the exact same frame rate. So what you need to do now is do the same, just virtual dub them like you usually do with Counter-Strike videos. So open virtual dub, drag one in, and you want to get the frame rate to, I think I recorded just at 30, so it was really fast. And remember, get your audio, as I said. So 1, video frame rate, yeah, 30. Alright, save as ABI. We'll just save it to my desktop as 1000, and shouldn't take too long, but we'll just open virtual dub again. Drag in 2, the second recording, which you can see here is the one with wireframe on, and we'll just shorten this a bit. Again, get the audio in from the same place. 2, open video frame rate, and then 30, and save as AVI, and 2000 save. Right, so first one's done, and then the second one's done. Alright, so of course you want to delete all your TGA files and your WAV files. We no longer need them. Alright, so once we've got our clips recorded, we can drag them both into Vegas, and this is where you'll see why it was important we recorded at the same frame rate. If you create a new video track by right clicking on the top one and go insert video track, we can drag this layer above it and then drag the audio below. And the easiest way to line these up is through the audio. So you can see that's where the second or third shot is on this one, so you can just line it up, and you can see right there that they're pretty much lined up perfectly. You can tell also by just, if you move your mouse up to the top of the top layer, if that makes sense, the little opacity is 100%, tab thing will pop up, and you can just drag down, and that's another way you can see if they're lined up, which you can see it is. So I'll show you how to just get your gun, if that's what you want. So say if you're here and you only wanted your gun to be wireframe, you go to the top layer and click your event pen and crop button here, which is a square. Go down to the bottom left and it'll say mask, tick the box, and then use the pen tool here to just trace around your gun. and there we go. So now you can see it's everything except for the gun, but you will have to keep adjusting it using keyframes to make sure it all stays in there. When you shoot, you'll have to add a keyframe, make it a bit higher, all of that, and then you can add some feathering to it to make sure the edges are nice and soft. And then say if you want this enemy here as well, just trace around him as well and do the exact same thing. So that's pretty much it, and then you can get creative with it as well. You can add some linear wipes and different transitions to, say, make it just go from left to right and slide across, and things like that. You know, you don't have to just do it this way, but that's just the way I did. And then you can also go to video effects and say get light rays, and you know, you can add them to the top layer, and you can see it only affects the wireframe here. So that's another cool thing you can do, just add some effects to the top layer, make it glow a bit, stuff like that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope it helped. I only really showed you the basics. You'll have to experiment with it to get the look you're going for, and of course the more time you spend on it, the better it's going to turn out. So yeah, good luck, and if it helped, like, comment, subscribe, and as always, leave some other tutorial suggestions in the comments or send me a message and I'll be more than happy to try and make them for you. So yeah, see you in the next videos.